Open Heaven Daily Devotional by Pastor E. Adeboye. Today, Friday, November 28, 2025. Topic: Praise and Worship. Memory verse: Psalm 5, verse 7. Psalm 5, verse 7. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear I will worship towards thy holy temple. Bible reading: 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 6 to 13. 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 6 to 13. Message: Some Christians get to church services late because they only start getting dressed to go to church when the praise and worship session must have started. They believe that the sermon is the main service. However, this is not true. Worship is actually the major part of the service, which is why a church service is often called a worship service. Psalm 22 verse 3. Psalm 22 verse 3 says that God inhabits the praises of Israel. Right from the beginning of a church service, God is already moving. Christians who understand this always go to church early because they know that while the praise and worship session is going on, they can hear from God and receive an impartation from Him. It is unfortunate that many ministers of God do not take praise and worship sessions seriously. When the choir is singing choruses and praising God, many pastors are still sitting in their offices, writing letters and giving instructions because they feel that the main part of the service has not started. By the time they get on the pulpit, the service is almost over because a major part of the service is the praise and worship session. If you worship God well enough, you will see Him in action. When believers know that they can do nothing without God, according to John chapter 15 verse 5, John 15:5, they will not miss praise and worship sessions for anything. In today's Bible reading, the Bible tells us that Solomon worshipped God by offering 1,000 burnt offerings to Him. It was an act of worship, the kind that the people around him had never seen before. That night, God paid him a visit and told him to ask for anything he wanted. Solomon asked for wisdom and knowledge so that he could serve God the way he ought to. And the Bible says that God granted him his request and added other blessings. The Bible also says that before him there was no one like him, and after him there will never be anyone like him. In 2 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 12. 2 Chronicles 1:12. Beloved, make it a duty to never miss any opportunity to worship God by dancing and singing praises to His name, especially during church services. If you sing and dance for Him regularly, He will set you apart for greatness. However, if you feel you are too big to dance before Him or worship and give Him thanks, He will also see you as being too big to be carried to the top. Key point: the praise and worship section is a major part of any church service. Bible in 1 year. Romans chapter 15 to chapter 16. Romans chapter 15 to chapter 16. Hymn for today. Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. God bless you.